guys, how's it going? Now, this review I'm going to have a lot of fun with. It's probably going to be a little long because I know I'm going to have a lot to say about it. I pretty much owe my life to this album. That is Iron Maiden's Powerslave. My favorite album of all time. I think best album ever made in my opinion. Absolutely amazing. You know, most people out there who are like younger, you know, teens or something like that, loves like the new stuff. They think the new stuff is ultimate Iron Maiden, which I love the new stuff. Don't get me wrong. They don't change their style a whole lot. The only time they changed their style really is when Blaze Bayley came into the picture. But when he left the band and Bruce Dickinson came back in, well, they went back to that style again. A lot of people don't like the new stuff, but I really do like it a lot. But don't get me wrong, the new stuff is amazing. But this is real Iron Maiden right here. This is the album that everyone talks about who's an Iron Maiden fan. It's just back-to-back classics. It's just all it is. It's classic after classic after classic after classic. That's why it's so good. And even the ones that a lot of people haven't heard are still fucking awesome. Like the song that's on my exit on my videos is on here, The Duelists, number 5. And the songs on here, there's 8 tracks on here, and there's Aces High, which everybody knows that song. 2 Minutes to Midnight, another hit. Lost for Hits, or Lost for Words. Flash of the Blade, The Duelists, Back in the Village, Powerslave, and Rime of the Ancient Mariner. All just freaking great songs. There's nothing bad about this album at all. Nothing. I can't think of anything. You know, they're all fucking amazing. Back in the Village is probably my favorite on here. One of my favorites on, yeah. It's a tie between The Duelists and Back in the Village. They're both fucking amazing, and Rime of the Ancient Mariner is just amazing. Almost all these are tied, pretty much, because this album is just absolutely awesome. You know, just awesome, amazing. This was reissued in 1998, and I really forget when this was actually put out. I know it was in the 80s, but if you guys are an Iron Maiden fan and you haven't checked this album out, and you collect, you know, you're a metal CD collector, this is definitely one that needs to be in your collection, hands down, no doubt. This is definitely a legendary album. Legendary. You know, most people hear the word Iron Maiden, they think of Powerslave. Just awesome. I really love the cover art. Really awesome. I think every album that Iron Maiden's put out has pretty damn good cover art. And the only one that I liked it still, but the one that lacked in a lot of talent was Dance of Death album, which I don't have the cover at the moment. It's somewhere. But I don't have, basically, if you've seen it, I'm sure if you have seen it, it's just a bunch of people around with masks on, and there's a Grim Reaper in the middle. I liked it. I did like it, but it was just not as good as their other stuff. But this is definitely one of my favorite artworks from them, and favorite album of all time. The music just sounds so great. Great, absolutely great solos. Just awesome. Dave Murray did an excellent job with the solos and everything. Janet Gers sounds awesome. Adrian sounds awesome. Just, everything about the band members, they all just put on a hell of a performance in this album. You know, Bruce Dickinson's voice is just inhumanly awesome. Just an all, hands down, legendary album. Just awesome album. You can't really get any better than this when it comes to power metal, and probably one of the best legendary and albums of all time in the metal world, in my opinion. A lot of people don't like Iron Maiden, which is fine, but if it wasn't for these guys, and in my opinion, if it wasn't for this album, there wouldn't be a lot of bands out there that a lot of people love. Most people don't realize that. And but like I said, if it wasn't for these guys right here, you wouldn't have Avenged Sevenfold, you wouldn't have Papa Roach, which I don't give a shit about any of them bands. Papa Roach is just he's not metal. I don't consider Avenged Sevenfold metal either, but I know a lot of people like them. They're both extremely influenced by these guys. So, if you're an Iron Maiden fan and you haven't listened to this album, you should be ashamed of yourself, and also you should go get this, because I'm ashamed of myself for not reviewing this earlier. But I don't know why I didn't. I think it's because I just now found the cover for this album. It was I have 2 copies of this album. I keep one wrapped in plastic and the other one I listen to, and I don't even know what happened to the one with the plastic on it. I'm gonna have to rebuy it. But it's somewhere in my room, but I'll have to, it's probably under my bed somewhere, but definitely a good album. It's absolutely amazing. You know, the theme is obviously like Egyptian, you know, really awesome. Lost for Words, number 3, is really cool. It's a instrumental, and I think it would be good in movies, that instrumental, because it just really sounds awesome, like for an action movie or something. It sounds good. Flash of the Blade, of course. The Duelist, which is one of my favorite. Like I said, tied between that and Back in the Village. And The Duelist is on my exit on my video, so if you want to hear that, check that out. It's just all it is just the chorus of the song, pretty much. Powerslave, a good song. Aces High. Just definite have to buy album. You have to have this. If you're a power metal fan, or just a metal fan period, you gotta get this. It's just awesome. Even if people don't like Iron Maiden, I know people that hate Iron Maiden, but love this album. It's just an all hands down fucking great album. Can't go wrong with this album. I can't tell you how many times I've listened to this. Probably at least over 1,000 times. The first time I bought this, put it in, listened to it, fell in love. Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you're a big Iron Maiden fan, don't hesitate to subscribe, or comment or whatever, because I always love talking to Iron Maiden fans. They're hard to come by nowadays, not very many of them anymore. But metal on, guys. See you next video.